I was completely right. This was easily the best episode of Shibuya so far. We finally made it to the climax of the arc, got Best Girl's backstory, and discovered the first floor. Can't wait to break it down, but first, roll that intro. Now I just gotta say that I'm loving how their managing characters were beginning to give up. We got a glimpse of this pattern in Ghost House during Kinko's cryptic backstory after she stabbed herself, essentially giving up on the game. Honestly, you can interpret them as repeating the same phrase as their lives flashing before their eyes. Kinko, who was reminiscing about wanting to be more like her father, Kotoha reminiscing about why she got her name, and my goat Mishiro about why she is the way she is, though more on that later. During the episode, Yuki is able to save Kotoha as they make it down the stairs alone. We also learned that Yuki mainly saved Kotoha because these types of games heavily depend on the other player's opinions on you, which is subtle foreshadowing for later. And finally, we got a Kendall Woods mention. Man, I'm so happy to finally talk about this wonderful arc. Oh right, anime owners may be watching this, my bad. So all we're able to gather from this is that it was a terrible game and... that's it. For the love of Haruhi, we do get to at least learn about Kotoha's motivations, which are to retire early and live somewhere with low cost, as she wants to get away from this terrible society that we live within, which is honestly a completely based reason. And when I say that Soto Ueno and the animation team cooked insanely hard for this episode, I mean every single bit of it. Everything looked absolutely perfect, as if it was shot right out of the novel. The artistic direction that it took during Mishiro's backstory was astonishing to say the least, where there was the spreading of pomegranates across the floor to further symbolize death, or the use of transitions as we spiraled further and further and deeper into her nuances, along with the absolute spectacle that was Kotoha's life flashing before her eyes with an unsettling voice while the opening played at the beginning of the episode. And surprisingly, this episode had the most anime-only scenes thus far, while cutting out honestly quite little. The scenes given to us from Mishiro, Chie, and Keiko's perspective are all anime original scenes, and honestly, it's an amazing addition as it helps double down on Mishiro's insecurities, mostly when Chie starts to bring up the possibility of Yuki being right. Even their confrontation with the beast isn't shown for us in the novel, so this anime only scene, in my opinion, adds more to the source material. And the parallel between how Mishiro was caught and Kotoha, who was initially left behind by her, was wonderfully done. And finally, I had gotten it. The floor is totally dark with the timer's barely lighting the way. I'd be lying if I said this wasn't the smallest pet peeve I've had throughout the entire arc so far, but man, did they deliver. It adds to the anxiety boost with the reveal of the beast, along with the beautiful portrayal of fear the girls embodied. Also, knowing Chie and Keiko are total snakes for leaving Mishiro behind, which quite frankly made them even worse with the Kotoha parallel, as in the novel Yuki deduced through her questioning what happened to Mishiro that they abandoned her after the beast took her arm. Which does kinda make me wish they kept a certain scene for the novel. Kotoha and Yuki actually found both of them hiding within a pile of scrap and rubble, where Yuki accidentally kicks Chie thinking she was the beast. Equal retribution for leaving my goat behind. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about her. She goes by many names: Mishiro, Kazumi, the narcissistic princess, Mishi. Sorry, that one was a bad joke. Mishiro as a character is one that carries a lot of nuances within her writing. Mishiro from birth was put under a crumbling burden of expectations, basically raised on this giant pedestal. Even the name she was given, Kazumi, was because her parents wanted her to be the best at everything, no matter what it was. The strongest, the most righteous, the most pure. She always viewed her name as a curse, but the damage was already done, as that was what fueled her desire to stand at the top no matter the cost. To quote her from the novel, "There were so few peaks in this world, and far too many people trying to reach them," which is why something in her mental state finally broke, leading to her beating up and brutalizing her little sister until she needed an ambulance, getting talked into joining the death games where she was promised no one would ever stand above her, disregarding Yuki and choosing to oppose her instead of working with her, and killing that part of herself within her mind, truly rejecting the name. Along with the foreshadowing of this through her bow, she wore a red bow in her childhood, with her sister wearing a blue bow, and as of now she's wearing a purple one, aka a combination of the two. She did this possibly as a way to showcase that she has beaten her little sister and now envelops her ambition to reach higher, because everything that stood against her would
壊してきたじゃない。壊して壊して
やめろ。
壊して
Till she became a character I grew to find more compelling than our own MC, the beast that's prettier than everyone. Though, I'd be lying if I said Yuki didn't earn some brownie points with her confrontation with Mishiro. She takes a disposition we haven't seen from her yet, a pettier version of Yuki who will shine much more later on, as she agrees to help Mishiro escape from the beast if she simply apologizes for her attitude and admits Yuki's better, even shooting her water under the bridge line back at Mishiro. I honestly can't wait for next episode. We'll finally get to see the conclusion of Scrap Building, and this episode was easily a 10 out of 10, and I have high hopes for next episode being one as well. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing as it helps the channel a lot, and I'll see you next Saturday.